It's like rain, snow, hailing right now. I'm so confused. And then it's gonna stop in like 30 seconds. I don't understand the weather here. Hey, I just want to say, Justin just subscribed to become my 2,800th subscriber. Hey guys. Holy crap.
Hey, what's up? Hey. What's going on here? Did you just hit 1 billion subscribers?
2,800.
2,800? That's
this guy. This guy. Who's him?
I'm already a subscriber.
You're both stars.
Alright, trying this again because apparently it didn't record last time. Kind of one of the downsides of using this particular camera is I can never tell if it's actually recording. Anyways, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday the 13th. This is the new office, and when I say new, I just mean the office in the new place. It's all just kind of, it's a little bit smaller. In fact, it's a lot bit smaller. Office in the previous place was like a bedroom, so it's it was less like an office, more like a bedroom. Anyways, this one's like a lot smaller because we wanted to give the bigger room to the girls, and then there's like, I guess, bedroom that we have now. Anyways, so it's fine, but here I am. I'm just doing work today. Here's all my work. I don't know if you can see that. Work today is just code. It's very exciting. It's the most exciting thing that ever. Development is kind of hard to vlog about because you're like, oh, here in this video, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of click on some keys. Starting off the video today talking about, I just got this in the mail. It was sent out on the 17th of January and it's the 13th of March now. And I'm finally getting it. So my most viewed, I think my most viewed video on my channel is about my minimalist-ish bullet journal that I started back at the beginning of 2018. And I need to make a follow-up to that, but I also need to talk about this that I just got, which is the Clear Habit Journal. I'm not a very good journaler, so I don't know if this is even gonna work, but James Clear, whom I've talked about before, is kind of the expert habit guy, and has written a book called Atomic Habits, which you should definitely go buy. And he teamed up with Baron Fig, which is like a notebook making company. Kind of hipster notebook type stuff. Anyways, they make really good high quality notebook journal-y type things. Teamed up together to make the habit journal. And I'm wanting to get more on track with doing habits this year. But I'm also not a very good journaler. Last year's bullet journal I need to talk about. I definitely need to talk about how that went and all of that. But anyways, here's the notebook. Here's the thing. Ooh, this is very nice. Clear Habit Journal, as you can see. Got like this nice little Illuminati situation going on here. Well, this is really high quality. Habit tracker, 1 line a day, 1 prompt a month, 1 line per day. Okay, I need to figure out what that is. The dot grid, very nice. Space back here for all of your doodads. Eisenhower box, all sorts of stuff. Well, I will give this a going over. I'm very excited to have it finally. Today, this week, just kind of cranking down on some deadlines. This project that I'm working on is for something that we've got coming up at the beginning of April at ConvertKit. So stay tuned for that, it should be fun. I'm in a very good mood. Yesterday was not as much, but today I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I'm gonna get back to coding, doing some Debbie stuff. Happy Wednesday. She screamed herself to sleep. Oh, no. Screamed herself to sleep. Here you go. How about this? No. Those are hairbands you put on your head.
Maybe we could give those to Mama.
So, you think Mom would wear this?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll put those in the cart. Yo! Riley, what do you have on your head? We are, so it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, and we're just kind of chilling this weekend, which is really nice. We originally had plans to go with some friends to Monaghan, and that fell through. And then we were gonna get just like do like a weekend away as a family, and that fell through. So we are just here in the rain. The girls and I went yesterday to try and get some decorations because we're having some friends over tomorrow morning for an Irish fry situation. The doors just opened in a really creepy way. Anyway, so we went around and shopped around for decorations, but not a lot of places.
Friends are coming?
Tomorrow, yeah. Not a lot of places actually had decoration type stuff, which was really weird. Maybe I looked in the wrong places, but we went and bought some like construction paper, some like nice thick paper, regular paper.
And then we'll hang them up by the door.
Yeah, that's right. Look at all these ones that you've already cut out. These are great. You doing little drawings on there? What do you think, Ducky? Good. So that's what we're gonna do today. We should make the Irish flag out of the colors. Do you remember what the colors are? Well, it's end of the day on it's end of the day on Saturday, the 16th of March. I just sent off a happy birthday message to my buddy Matt Shaw, who's the best. He's my roommate in college. He and I had good times. Yeah. Anyways, oh, he was also here. I think he was in a vlog at one point. We went up to Sleeve League together. Yeah. He was here. That was fun. Matt, come back. Bring your wife and your newborn son. Hey, if you're watching this and you're not Matt Shaw, leave a comment down below. I just love having people say happy birthday to people. So say happy birthday, Matt Shaw, down below in the comments. Say hello. All right, so the time has come, because Christiana's upstairs putting the girls in bed. Time has come for me to do a little bit of a recap, just like a mental recap on my time in California. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be like a big deal, but I don't think it's actually that big of a deal. The main thing that I wanted to kind of, that I've been processing through is this idea that, that I think is pretty normal for people who grew up in one country, or were from another country, live in another country, expat, TCK, TCA type situation, anything like that, was this feeling where people were like, welcome back, or, you know, how is it being back home, you know, that kind of thing. But home is this kind of elusive thing that's not so much about, for a really long time it wasn't about the place. I don't remember ever feeling like California was home. It was where I lived. I lived there for 11 years before moving here, and I didn't really have like intense memories or like really important memories about Washington, where I grew up till I was 15. Yeah, so living in California was like, it was just kind of where I was, and I guess after a while I thought of myself as Californian, but yeah, I think being back there, this was the first time being back since 2016, so it had been almost 3 years since I'd been back to California, and I kind of had this interesting, not reaction to it, but it was just like kind of, it almost felt like a type of closure. I think I don't know, it's so hard to explain. I don't even know how to even say it out loud, but I don't know, I kind of had this, I think I had like this chip on my shoulder from living in California, and I don't know why. There was nothing wrong with living there, but I think as a person, I feel more alive being more out in the world. And the town that I was living in California, it was just very small. It was very bubbly, like not bubbly, but like it was like a bubble, you know. You could just never go outside of that town for years and not even know. And I really value internationalism and traveling and being around people from other cultures, and I feel I think I'm close to calling Ireland home. I think I'm close. I don't know. I'm still kind of like, it's such an odd term that's kind of hard for me to quantify, but I think I'm close. Maybe close. It's more about where Christiana and the girls are, and where my people are, like where my friends and my community is. It's more about that. It's more about the people. People were like, "Do you miss California? And or do you miss living here?" And I was like, you know, I miss the people. You know, it's not so much that I miss living in that town, but I miss the people. You know, I got to see and connect with a lot of people when I was there, a lot of old friends, a lot of people that I saw maybe for one day and then said hi and then left, and I don't know if I'll, you know, when the next time I'm gonna see them is. But yeah, so it wasn't really like this, oh, I'm coming back home and it's like all this emotion and all. I expected to be more emotional about it, but I wasn't. It was just like, oh, I lived here. Cool. Yeah, I lived here, you know? So I don't really know how to even quantify that. If you're an expat or someone who's spent a lot of time in another country, living in another country, maybe this is something that you might resonate with. This kind of feeling of certainly not just where is home, what is home, but of, you know, if you're an American and you live someplace else and you feel like your heart was kind of starting to set roots there a little bit, and then going back to the place that you came from and feeling like those roots had kind of been pulled out a little bit. I think one of the interesting things was I just kept talking with people and I was like, so, you know, what's going on in your life? And they were like, well, I'm at the same job, doing the same thing, living in the same place, not really doing anything different. And that's not bad. That's not like a bad thing. And I don't mean to phrase it that way, but what was interesting about that as I was processing through that was our lives changed so significantly when we moved here, and other people, I mean, it sounds so dumb to say, but other people just kept living their lives. You know, they just kept doing everything that they had done and living life as they were doing. And yeah, so that was just kind of a, you know, the whole, like, life just kept rolling there and everything changed so drastically for us. And so and then some people were like, do you think you'd ever move back here? And I'm like, honestly, like, I don't know how I could. Whether or not we're able to stay in Ireland long term, I would love to stay in Ireland long term. I'd love to live here. Depends on visa stuff. It depends on a lot of stuff happening in the world right now. That's riding on, but I don't know that I could move back to a small American suburban town. You know, I don't know that I could. I'm still processing through that, and that's why it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard to kind of have this dialogue, just have, you know, talk about this in this way, because I still don't know how I feel about all of it. These are just the ramblings of a guy who went back to a place and kind of trying to sort it out. So, and that's it for the most part. It was great being back. It was great having real Mexican food. Oh, it's wonderful. Real California Mexican food anyway. And I'm glad I was there. And I'm glad that I was there for the amount of time that I was there. And I got to see the people that I got to see. That was really good. I feel like I'm rambling now, but I wanted to say all that stuff because I know there are a lot of people who live in other countries or are moving or are doing that whole third culture thing, and you're not alone. You know, it's a weird thing to kind of sort out. And even for people who are moving to like other parts of the same country, that can even be like a real uprooting and a real feeling of loss and change and culture shock and all of that. And yeah, I just wanted to say you're not alone, and yeah, there you go. It is the end of Saturday. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, which I don't know if you know is a semi-big deal here. I went to Tesco today, and there was this group of like elementary school age kids. Elementary, is that right? They were, I don't know, probably like early teens or something like that, just a group of them, and they were doing like Irish dancing. It was amazing. This like in the front of the Tesco in the entryway where you walk in. It was so good. It was so good. We're having some folks over tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna put on like a fry. I don't know that I've ever done one like this before. I'll probably ruin it because I'm an American. That's just gonna be kind of the way it is. So I will put that in next week's vlog, but I'm gonna end this one here and now. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next week. Look at these dead flowers I got for my wife. I mean, they weren't dead when I bought them, but